David Goldwich is a reformed lawyer who knows a lot about being unreasonable. He is also an art lover. Tonight he will cover both topics as he speaks on the art of being unreasonable. Thank you.
Imagine visiting one of the world's great art museums, the Louvre in Paris, the Tate Modern in London, or the Metropolitan in New York. You pass through room after room of magnificent art. You're looking for that special lady. That special lady, not that one. Not that one either. That's the one. And when you find her, what do? You take a Wi-Fi and you go for lunch. I enjoy looking at beautiful art, but I can't help but wonder about the pieces I miss. All of the great art museums are built on the same pattern, a room with multiple doors, each leading to other rooms with multiple doors, room after room arranged in a maze. You don't remember where you've been, you don't know where to go next. Wouldn't it be great if an art museum was designed like a spiral? You can take an elevator to the top floor and slowly go round and round in a gentle sloping curve. And by the time you reach the ground floor, you've seen everything. There actually is such a museum, the Guggenheim in New York. It opened in 1959. Why did it take so many centuries before the renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright came upon the spiral concept? Probably because all of the older art museums were based on the maze pattern, and the newer museums just followed the same old pattern. It takes a genius like Wright to know when to follow the pattern and when to break it. Edgar Kaufman was a wealthy businessman who wanted to build a weekend home in the woods. He commissioned Wright to design it for him. No doubt he pictured himself relaxing on his front porch, sipping lemonade after a hard week at the office, and admiring his beautiful waterfall across the field. But the weeks went past, and months went past, and he didn't hear anything. Wright was busy with other projects. Frustrated, Kaufman called Wright's office and said, "I'm coming in to see my plans today." Wright's apprentices were in a panic. "Mr. Wright, the client is going to be here in a few hours. We don't have anything to show him. You must do something." The master sat down, picked up his pencil, and began to sketch what would ultimately be realized in the form of this magnificent home. Now, I'd like to call your attention to the location of the house in relation to the waterfall. Note that the house is not beside the waterfall or across the field from the waterfall. The house is on top of the waterfall. Talk about breaking patterns. This is my all-time favorite quote. "The reasonable man adapts himself to the world." We all know that you have to be flexible and accommodating. You have to follow the crowd, go with the flow, fit in, get along. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Well, that's just crazy. You can't expect the world to change for you. Besides, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. You shouldn't rock the boat. You can't fight City Hall. And like the song says, "I fought the law and the law won." The law always wins, right? The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends upon the unreasonable man. All progress depends upon an unreasonable person trying to do better. By unreasonable, I don't mean illogical, difficult, tedious. I mean contrarian, unconventional, uncompromising, disciplined, with high expectations, and a strong conviction. Think about your wildest, most outrageous dream. For some people, it may have been having a certain amount of money or power or position. It might be having a certain lifestyle or starting a business or making a scientific discovery. Think about it. Come on, bigger. Think big. Don't be modest. I've never heard of a dream as grand as Elon Musk's dream. Elon Musk wants to colonize Mars. Colonizing Mars. Probably the grandest dream anyone's ever conceived in the history of civilization. But Musk isn't just a dreamer, he's also a doer. He has a track record. Lots of people have grand dreams, but they cannot execute. Lots of people are busy with their plans, but they have no dream or vision to guide them. They're just spinning their wheels, going nowhere. Musk is one of the few who has the grand scheme, the vision, the dream, and the discipline and determination to see it through. He's unreasonable, and he's changing the world. All of you have a 20th or 21st century, top-of-the-line human brain, not a sheep's brain. Do you know why? Because you were not meant to follow the herd. You were meant to find your own path. You have your own unique DNA. There has never been another you, and there never will be. And while you may not be as great an artist as Da Vinci, or as great an architect as Frank Lloyd Wright, no one can be a better you than you. You also have your own unique fingerprints, so you can leave your mark on the world. There's a place in history waiting for you, but only if you're unreasonable. All progress begins with the unreasonable man. So whether your dream is to build a house on top of a waterfall or to go to Mars, whatever your dream is, be unreasonable about it. Toastmaster of the evening.